So apparently it was an heroic victory, and sadly some of them survived. But I guess we'll have to deal with them. Okay, now there's many things I can do, and I'm not sure what to do. So I can either, I think I'll get rid of those Takeda army. Getting into the castle, to battle with that. There's no point doing this. Back into the castle, and let's finish off that Anado army. But seems they decided to flee. So I'll get back into Kyoto, and I'll produce more troops. I'll even produce a monk. And now I will scout ahead in order to see if there's any more huge army coming. It seems pretty clear. Okay, let's see what is the requirement now. Essentially, if I manage to capture Miyagi, I should be winning next turn. But there might be a Shokusabe army in there, so I'll go hide here. And I'll produce more troops to capture that town. Okay, need more troops at Fukushima. And now I will produce more troops here as well in order to finish off that army, which is only composed of a few samurai archers. Now I took care of that army, so I will be able to capture back that territory and maybe advance here. Now there's still that province here, which is a kind of danger because you don't know what they will do. And I really need to secure my rear. Okay, let's end the turn. My bowman should be better next turn, I think. Technology wise. Oh, one more Mori. No, these are Takeda. One more Takeda army coming. Oh, I haven't been attacked yet. And now I'm the Shogun. Which is good, but it's not really the point at the moment. Now I hope that... no, sadly my hopes are already disappointed. I need to capture Miyagi, but I really don't have an army for that at the moment. So when you don't have something, you create it. So I'll produce troops all around the place, and I'll make them converge on Miyagi province. And by the number I shall prevail, I guess. Now that Takeda army seems pretty dangerous. Now I have received reinforcements. I even have received a fleet, which will be destroyed soon, because I don't have anything to support them. I don't even have a port for them. Oh, I think it's time to divide my armies. Because now I have cavalry and I have full of katana samurai. I will produce more of them. No, no money for that. Okay, I'm merging my armies. And with that small army, I guess I should probably conquer territory. Kyoto can take care of itself. Why not demoralizing this army? Ah, sadly it failed. Or maybe I could assassinate the general. I lost my ninja. Unfortunate. Okay, now I'm not making much money anymore, which is pretty annoying. So I will need to check if I cannot tax people more. Yeah, I can hear. I can hear. Essentially, you just need to make sure that the happiness is at 0 or above. You don't really need anything else. Oh, can tax here. That must be it. Now we're speaking some tax. Tax are very practical to serve the greater good. And now it's time to counterattack here. Okay, that wasn't my intention, but we'll do with it. I'll send some reinforcements, and yeah, that's it. Don't really have anything else to do. Now the Chikosabe are really a pain at the moment because they're the only one holding me against, well, holding my victory. And now there's another Takeda attack, so I'll have to repel them again. Let's do it. Okay, defending Kyoto for the 5th time, I think. Oh, but this time I don't seem to have any garrison units. Oh, I only have one, because I have a nearly full army. That will be something. So what I'll do is, in order to preserve my troops, I'll just defend the center. And that will be interesting. I'll just leave one unit of Yari Shigeru there. Or maybe not. Not sure where I'll put him. And I must not forget that I have some samurai here as well. Protect the rear of the fortress. And as you might notice, I have a lot of katana samurais, and with these I can probably prevent any attack. But the thing is that really with 2 or 3 units of katana samurai you should be able to hold any castle. They are that strong. That's a huge army coming. And they're also coming from that side. They have a lot of bow units, which are a pain in siege. Now the good thing is that I did deploy my samurais on the wall on that side. Now I'll bring more bowmen as well. So we will be able to repel that huge army coming. Now, the interesting thing is that they did not bother to attack anywhere here. They're only focusing their attention on two sides, which is unusual, but it's really smart of him. Couple of Yari Ashigaru. These are Bow Ashigaru. And some Yari Ashigaru here. Bow Ashigaru. Now one thing which might be a little annoying as a defender is that when you put your troops on the wall like that, they cannot reach whoever is at the base of that wall. That means that these can fire on you, but you cannot return fire. Might be a flaw in the design of the castle that is historical, but at the same time it's a little annoying. But fortunately I have a couple of troops which are behind that can fire in an indirect fire. So I guess my bow samurai are focusing fire on the melee troops which are on the first layer. Here there's many bowmen. I might as well charge them with my only garrison unit. As you can see, it's a little laggy, but this is game side, it's not computer side. It's a kind of flag where it's like the game doesn't process this stuff well. Pretty weird. Fighting some Katana Samurai. Might be a little hard for my Yari Ashigaru. There's more Yari Samurai here. Oh, they're attacking on the flank of my formation. That's not good. But expendable troops, you know. Actually, when you look at it, my troops are doing the job fine, considering the odds. And they also keep the enemy under my bowman fire. Although that... okay, what are these guys doing? Apparently some of my bowmen decided to go out to pursue a routing bowman. Which might not be a good idea if you ask me. Of course at that pace they might wipe out of the enemy reach, who knows. It's really surprising how my garrison is actually managing to hold in such an unfavorable context.
Our men are running from the battlefield! Shameful display!
Well, I do understand why they run. And they did a good job at keeping the enemy busy there, allowing my troops to fire on them. And you can see that here. These Yeti Samurai are wavering. But it will be really enjoyable if it wasn't warping like that or something. You know, when you look at that, there's no graphic light there. It's just the game lagging. Now there's one general here. That's an interesting move. And my bowmen are making sure that he pay for entering. And I think most of their units have been seriously weakened already by my bowmen. And you can see that their bowmen are already rotting. And that side had the most troops, and very few of them are remaining. Mostly bowmen, still wondering what to do there. On that side, these guys won't last long. And on the front here, there's a couple of katana samurai, which might be a small issue, but when you look at the number of katana samurai I have and that were not even engaged yet, I don't think the enemy has much chance. I'll just deploy my katana samurai on the wall here, and the enemy will climb the wall and get killed up there. They should have surrendered already, but I guess they're real samurai. Now their Yeti cavalry is being decimated by my bowmen. The last troops here don't seem in good shape. These katana samurai are rotting. More rotting here. And victory. So, another victory on Kyoto. Okay, so I did repel the Takeda army, and there's not much opposition around. But you never know, they may come with an army from nowhere. Like that. Sea battle. Don't really stand a chance, but okay, since I never did the sea battle in that campaign, I'll do it to please you guys. Let's hope it will be interesting. Okay, so that's pretty bad weather for a sea battle, but I guess I'll have to manage with it. As you can see, I have that kind of ship, which is essentially a castle, a floating castle. And they have don't know what kind, well, good ships to board ships. Essentially I will do it in run tactic, and I will try to board them, because that's where that floating castle is good. Oops, I think I actually put in fire my own ships. Okay, so that might be risky, but yeah, I can't do much about that. That's a really unfriendly weather.
One of our ships is withdrawing.
Okay, I'll put this one in fire. Didn't it just fire on their own boat? Okay, that was just strange. Now my troops are invading that other ship.
Our general is under threat by all. It's too important to lose.
I'm really not sure if I have a sufficient number of troops to beat that, but the Neon Mario is really all about boarding ships. Normally you're supposed to weaken them first, but you can't have everything. Oh well, that was it. That was a pretty bad battle. But yeah, whatever. Oh, there's a new guy. Okay, so what can I do there? Okay, I guess I'll use that army to secure the perimeter. Create a kind of buffer zone between Kyoto and the rest of the world. Like that. And I'll use this army as well. That will also allow me to scout ahead and see what is waiting for me if there's enemy armies coming. That will give me an early sign of it. And okay, moving that army. Let's conquer this. Let's fix this. And let's attack this. And now let's see. Chikosabe are still holding the fort there. So I'll group up my armies. And just hope that they won't attack me yet. Which is very likely, but at the same time I'll just have to hit pullback. And now there's this new guy, which came from nowhere. Now I'll build up an army here. Although it might not be a good idea. I should probably just capture that Chikosabe town. Okay, I'm starting to have a kind of army there, but at the same time, you know, that's not a samurai army. I might have to defend Kyoto much more than that, because I cannot really hope to capture that town yet. And it's not with a bunch of Ashigaru that can siege a castle. I can starve them, but I'm not sure if I can take them. I'll lose that Mino province, but I just took out 2 other provinces, so that should compensate. Oh, a battle in open field. Okay, I'll do it. That will be fun. Okay, so the battle is in a foggy battlefield. They have a couple of matchlock here. And Katana Samurais, and that kind of stuff. Nothing my troops can't handle. They also have some cavalry, but really that's not much of a concern at the moment. Because they're katana cavalry, and my cavalry is yari cavalry. Okay, charging their troops. So with my katana cavalry I did manage to rout their troops. Although there's a bit of a problem. Some Yari Yashigaru. Oh, he's reacting with katana cavalry, so I'll just countercharge him. Okay, I did rout his troops now. Sadly with that fog we really don't see a team.
Our men are running from the battlefield! Shame for display!
Seems the Great Guards did not live up to their name. There's a counterattack here of Katana Samurai. We'll have to take care of them. And I think, yeah, victory. I'll boost my morale. Even though there's pretty much over already. I have idle Yeti cavalry. I'll just make sure to finish off these katana troops. Don't ask me to describe what happened. It was all in the fog. All I saw was a couple of flag moving around. And I'm pretty sure that's what you will have seen as well. Okay, that's enough of this. I lost a lot of troops, but I guess I'll have to refill them. So that was a Pyrrhic victory. But you know, just prevent the enemy from sieging my troops, which is the good part. Okay, I'm not ready to fight that yet, so I'll pull back. Oh, but he really does want to fight me. So I guess I'll have to fight that. Let's do it again. Now that will be an interesting battle because the enemy is has much greater force than me, and I will have to defend myself with very few troops. So I might have to force myself for once. So I think instead of going into wood or something like that, I'll go on that hill, and from there I should be able to use these walls. And yeah, hopefully I should be able to hold against a much larger force and a much better force as well. I'm pretty much on the border, but I'm not really corner camping. It's just that they decided to put a hill there, which is useful. I could have go defend there, but I could not have these walls. So I'll just have to wait for them. And once again, it's pretty foggy today. And actually, my troops are hidden, so there's some kind of grass here. That's pretty interesting. And the fog will probably reduce my troop accuracy. I will deploy my Yari Shigeru in a kind of formation where they will be holding the longest, I hope. And it might actually disorganize the enemy, hopefully. And especially with these walls, that might seriously disorganize the enemy. But if you check the graphic here, you see that the enemy is supposed to be much stronger than me. And with my match luck, Shigeru... oh, they have fire by rank. I forgot about that. But what I'll try to do is really to fire on their general. And hopefully my Yari Shigeru will be able to hold the line for a while, so that my missile infantry will be able to shoot the enemy general. Once the enemy general is gone, it will be much easier to capture that province back, since it's in the middle of nowhere. And with these walls, I can only hope... oh, here I'm really border camping. But anyway, against all against bigger odds, I guess that sometimes you don't have much choice but to do something. Okay, here we go for the battle. I might have to pull back my bowman very quickly, like that. This way it's only my Yari Shigeru that will be engaged. I'll put them in wall formation, and I'll just hope that they will hold. And the wall here seems to be disorganizing the enemy force. Okay, let's specify some target for my bowmen. I'll try to shoot their bowmen. Some of their troops already routed. Now there's more here routing, and this is really because my Yari Shigeru are holding, and at the same time those walls create force path for my enemies. Now there's some bow cavalry here, so I'll shoot on them. Now the main challenge is really the amount of enemy bowmen there is. I'll try to shoot the enemy bow cavalry. Matchlock units are really strong for that. It's time to boost the morale of my troops, which is something you did not see often in my videos so far, because I did not really need to boost my troops. Even though you see a couple of their troops panicking, that doesn't mean they still are losing, because they have a lot of troops. And that means I still have a lot of enemy to face. And here in the center I'll reinforce my troops. On that side I seem to be controlling the zone. I'm very fortunate that the enemy did not shoot on man match like that much, but now they have switched target and they're really weakening my troops. I'll focus fire on their bowman now. Their generals seem to be staying away still, and they're firing on my general with their bowman. So what I'll do is I'll move my general around in order to reduce the potential casualties. Okay, let's boost the morale. Now, as you might notice, I think the enemy is winning, but it's really because they are outnumbering me by a lot. And there we go, defeated. And I think it's mostly because the enemy had a lot of bowmen there. Costly enemy defeat. So it was fun. Okay, so I just had a valiant defeat, which I mean my general might have survived or not, don't know. But although I did get defeated there, it might actually bring me victory somehow. And what's that? No, not worth fighting. So there's a lot of movement around. It's like a bunch of flaming. And now they will attack Kyoto again. It's pretty vain. I think I'll do it, but not sure I'll show it. I decided to show it, and yeah, I guess that will show you the weather effect of the game. But at the same time, I think this battle is pretty absurd and should not exist. That should be the kind of battle I put in auto battle. But because the auto battle will damage the castle, it will affect my production of troops, which I cannot really afford at the moment. And the thing is that the auto battle probably consider that when the enemy is attacking, they're burning the door of the castle. And for some reason, when you open the door of a castle, all the production in the town stop. Never seen that before in reality, but might be an historical fact there. You never know. And yeah, I really hope he might not even make it to the war. Although it's raining, so it does affect a little my bowmen. Yeah, these samurai are not even able to make it to the wall. On that side there's only a couple of cavalry. Here there's some bowmen. Okay, one unit of samurai has been routed. And the second one will be able to climb the wall. The enemy should surrender already. And I'll just send them one unit of katana samurai. I should be able to take care of this guy. Well, might not be, but we'll see. Okay, these are Yeti. And I'm getting shot at by bowmans here. I'll just pull back my bowman from here, and hopefully these guys will climb the wall. And from there I'll be able to shoot him again. Oh, Nashinata. That's some worthy adversaries. With Yeti Samurai following. I'll just tell my bowman to pull back as the enemy advance. And I'll tell these other guy, these bowmen, to shoot these Yeti Samurai.
My lord, a glorious victory will soon be yours.
I'm already about to win. I only did engage one unit of Katana Samurai. And they seem to be winning. I think they are. Oh no, they are losing. Impressive. Might as well tell them to pull back, but nah, might not be a good idea. Nashinata Samurai are really strong. That's why. Okay, I'll put them in the crossfire. That might rout them. There's also the enemy bowman. Oh no, that's my castle. Well, they did manage to take out all of my Katana Samurai. Might have been overconfident there. But at the same time, you see the kind of army attacking me. It's pretty absurd. Now the only remaining enemies are the general.
Our entire unit has perished, my lord.
I think my bowmen were shooting my own unit. Funny stuff. Okay, I'll send my general to take care of that. Maybe? No. Maybe not. Okay, I'll put my troops on the wall. And they will shoot down the enemy generals. And then I'll hunt them down while they're on foot. And hopefully they won't come back. That's the whole purpose of this war. Telling the enemy faction not to come back. My bowmen are a danger for my general. Did he manage to kill? Now there's that general fleeing. I need to finish him off.
My lord, their general has fallen.
Okay, that's one less. What about him? One more general him here, I mean. Okay. And what about him? Nashinata, I want that gun. Yeah, you don't want Nashinata in enemy's army. They are a pain to kill. As my Katana Samurai noticed. And even being pursued, they're still resisting. That just show you how much armor these guys have. Okay. So another victory at Kyoto. I just hope they won't keep up at it. It's pretty absurd. I will lose this. Which is okay. Okay, now I will remind you that here I was defeated. My poor troops. But what I'll do is I'll siege that castle while there's less troops in it. That will be very risky. Now that's risky to attack this, but I'll do it anyway. Wish me luck. Unfortunately, there's no bowman in there, so my bow unit might be able to take out many enemy troops. Okay, so I'm sieging this castle. There's more enemy in it than I have troops, so a lot of my strategy will rely on bowmen, which are these. And I guess what I'll try to do is really reduce their numbers. And I will try to prioritize the enemy samurai retainers, because these have sword. And you just don't want your Ashigaru to face swordsmen. Okay, let's hope that my troops have sufficient number to inflict a maximum amount of damage. I'm putting my troops down this wall because this way the towers won't shoot on them. Now the other question that I will have to answer before the end of this battle is, do I burn the gates and enter using a kind of formation, or do I climb the walls and take the risk? Because my troops have a lot of experience, which is a good thing, but at the same time the enemy has the number, and they especially have these samurai retainers, which will be a pain to kill. Now hopefully my bowmen will manage to reduce significantly the amount of Yari Ashigaru out there. It will be very practical if I add more than one unit of bow Ashigaru. It's really all about weakening my enemy. And of course, when you shoot in the back of a unit, you kill more enemies. Just a small trick. So if you have a large bowman force and the enemy doesn't have much cavalry, it might be a good idea to try to Move your bowmen on the rear while your troops keep the enemy busy in melee. Okay, I'll keep my ammo for the samurai retainers, which I really need to kill. And I think I won't have much choice but to burn that door. That will damage the castle, preventing me from producing troop in it, but at the same time it's for the best. Because these samurai retainer are really the main danger, and I need to reduce their number.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, my lord.
Okay. It's time to burden that. What I might do is use my bowmen to distract the enemy somewhere. Okay, the gate is burning. I'll deploy my troops so they can enter the castle quickly. There we go, rushing inside. Now I really need to rush quickly because that will allow my troops to deploy in wall formation, Yeti wall formation. And it's only in that formation that my Yeti Ashigaru can win. Sadly, they did not have the time for it. So I guess I will have to hope that the experience compensate. And number as well. I'm pulling back my Yeti so they have a better formation to face the enemy. Now with my bowman I'll try to encircle the samurai retainers. Hopefully they will die quickly. Or I might as well capture that tower. Okay, now I have troops that can be deployed in wall formation because they are disengaged.
My lord, a glorious victory will soon be yours.
Okay, with my two Yeti Ashigaru, I will capture. Well, I will fight these Yeti Ashigaru. And with my bow Ashigaru, I'll simply circle around. And hopefully that will allow me to win quickly. Yeah, the enemy is really falling quickly. Because my bowmen are pushing them toward my Yeti Ashigaru. So it seems they will all fight to the last. And victory. So I took back the region, but now the challenge will be to keep it. Okay, I just had a close victory, and with that victory,
my ancestors
I won.
will be proud. We drew the sword and went to war. Our enemies are scattered, their cities burned. All who opposed us are crushed, their dead are silent. We Date are triumphant. From the northern mountains to the depths of the southern seas, we rule. I rule. The true master of Japan has been revealed. All men bow to me, their mighty shogun. Our clan's greatness will be remembered. Its glory, its power. A legacy to last 10,000 years.
Well, that was a victory, and took longer than expected, but I ultimately won. And yeah, that will be the only campaign I do for Shogun Total War, because although the other faction have some specificities, the principle remain the same, and I even finished the campaign at Legendary. And the thing is that it's way too repetitive. It's all about siege, so I don't really see much interest in recording another campaign of that. I might do some multiplayer replay, but maybe not many. I don't think I'll play that game much more. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you will subscribe to my Date Game channel as well, because I plan to make more commentary there. Not sure if I'll make that many commentary on Attila 16. So whatever I do next, I hope you will enjoy.